Hi, welcome to Leap Taken. This is Mika, and here at Leap Taken, I talk about all things witchy, craft related, law of attraction, manifesting esoteric, and everything else in between. And today, I'm going to show you yet another tarot spread. Hopefully, you watched my previous video where I did my yearly tarot spread. So, this one is technically yearly, but instead of getting targeted questions, overall messages, instead, this one is going to focus on monthly. So, for each of the 12 months, I'll get a card and it'll just explain maybe the energies, the messaging, and so forth for me to be aware of for that month. So I like to do both. I like to have all of this information if possible. And I still do readings in between throughout the year, guys, so it doesn't just stop here. However, yeah, I have found this useful, and I love looking back in a review, looking at all these messages and see where it stands. It also is an opportunity for me to update my planner with the result, the cards that I got. So for each month, I can, make sure that in my monthly calendar, for instance, I would put somewhere in the notes or something like that, that was the card that I pulled way back now, throughout 2021. And I can do further readings to see if it, aligns with that message. So anyway, watch the video and here you go. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And here I am with this spread. Now, just to be clear, I'm doing a totally different spread. This is the year ahead tarot spread. So cards 1 through 12, the 12 months of the year, and card 13 is guidance for the next 12 months. And it goes in, but mywanderingfool.com, I like to give credit where credit is due. So I printed this from Pinterest, link in the description. So, I did not create this, I just added it, but I, love getting inspiration from Pinterest. I love getting inspiration from Pinterest. Look at me over here making a mess, guys. Anyway, so that's why I got this spread. But anywho, let me get my instance right. So I this is a lemon verbena incense that I am burning here. And I wanted to just run the cards through the essence of the smoke, or the smoke itself, I should say. I just wanted to run it through and just let it cleanse the energy. And if you notice, I don't use necessarily the same type of smudging or smoke type of cleansing tools. Sometimes it's sage, sometimes it's Palo Santo, sometimes it's various types of incense. So this particular one, lemon verbena, is very cleansing to me. It's purifying, and it's just a welcoming, kind of a blank slate, like I'm activating these cards. I've not done any sort of reading with these. I just did a review on this. I'll link the video for the review I did if you want to watch that. And the cards I'm talking about are these, which is Kitchen Oracle cards. So one, I'm using Oracle cards. That's a big deal because I typically don't use Oracle cards. But I wanted to get more into that. So this is what I'm doing. I'm using it. So I'm going to use these Oracle cards for my year ahead tarot spread. Now, I thought it would be interesting to take a different perspective, add a little bit more nuance to this reading. So again, when I shuffle, it is not only to mix the cards up, but it's also for the purposes of just imparting some fresh energy. Now, these cards, I haven't used them, as I mentioned, for reading, so this would be my first time using them for that purpose. I've previously done a cleansing on these cards, but they sat in a box after I did that, so I'm just breathing literally more life into these cards, and I'm just letting them hit the smoke. Just a little bit more life into this cards. So if you notice here, I have my, you see the letter M, that's for Mika. This is a candle that I got from the Target dollar spot or $5 spot, whatever it's called. I got that, and again, because I'm doing readings that are personal for me, I like to add more personalization to it. At least that's my thought pattern, besides me, my hands touching them and imparting my energy. So right now, as I'm talking and going on and on, shuffling, I am envisioning 2021. I'm envisioning the beginning of January 1st, looking at it on my calendar. I'm thinking about all the positive and great plans and, goals that I have set, and I see myself working toward those goals. I see the universe conspiring with me to make those goals happen, to make it all come true. I see my ancestors, looking at me with pride and, with, oops, see, Daisy. That was their acknowledgement. Like, yeah, we see you. You getting extra, but we see you. Oh, that smells so good, by the way. The lemon verbena, when it did that, like I got like a strong waft of the smoke in my face. But anyway, I see them, and you can tell, they're like, hey, we see you too. Acknowledgement. Don't you love when like weird things like that happen and you're doing any sort of thing, like, whether it's a tarot spread or working, and like something falls or shifts, and you're like, whoa, was that like a confirmation? Yeah, I think it was. So anyway, I'm going to move this back. And I have that paper there just for the purposes of catching the ashes since it's leaning. So this is just off camera. So we're just going to ignore that momentarily. Okay, but it's in the air. I've already cleansed the space. And again, the spread that I'm going to use this one here. So, all right. Again, I always knock 3 times. It's like a shift to come into this space, to use these cards for that good, my greater good, to receive messages that are for my greater good and for the intent and purposes of giving me knowledge, whether it's for better explanation of the past, present, or the future. I welcome the information, again, as long as it's supporting my greater good. That is my intention. All right, so here we go. So I separate into 3s again. Oh, wrong thing. All right, these are big cards. They feel different than my other cards, but I'm looking forward to using them. So, oops, sorry about that, guys. All right, so so I'm going to just spread it out now. So it's 1. This is month 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, get this off, 10, 11, 12. Make these a little more centered, like so. Working with the space I got. All right, spread it out a little bit, and then of course this is, okay, lucky 13. I feel like, again, I follow my intuition. If I feel the need to reshuffle, I shuffle again until I feel like I get the right card, until, I don't know, it's just a feeling like that. Even though technically that was turned over, we're just going to pretend. So I've got a lot going on here, so let's get into it. So remember, these cards that's going around represent, these 12 cards are the 12 months of the year, and this is guidance for the next 12 months. So let's start with month 1. So that's tea tree. So I'm not, again, it's my first time using this, so I'm probably going to look at this book to see if a further meaning, but I see binding. Let's see what that's about real quick. And thank goodness this is in alphabetical order, so I can quickly just get there, or so I believe. Oh wait, what am I looking for? Tea tree. I'm looking for binding. Okay, I see. I'm gonna need some. Slow down, Mika. Just slow down. H. Come on. T. Finally. Okay. So tea tree binding, and I'll just hold the card so you can look at it. If you're familiar with this deck, by the way, you probably already know what it is, but the imagery is everything. Anyway, so basically, I'll just read the quick part. Work together, bind the two, strength united, me and you. My astringent power will repel harmful vibes through the binding spell. This magic is worked with harm to none, so mo to be, there it is done. So that's like a little, in the book, they give like this little, these words, I guess, for binding energy. So January is more about binding. A restriction is holding you back. Here's the message. A restriction is holding you back from making a commitment. Although a decision should not be made lightly, investigate thoroughly before you consent, as there are underlying and hidden factors to consider. An obligation that's irrevocable may be a bit of a bind. So why not use this styptic strength to break away from any ties that are challenging you on all levels. Choose me to banish the negative vibes of those who vex you, for my natural astringent power works as an excellent repellent, and that's a tea tree. That's, first of all, guys, I'm having a little too much fun with this because I like this so much right now. This is like so cool. Anyway, don't let others get under your skin. Instead, turn to me to soothe and clear up any skin problems, grazes, and infections. Allow me to assist in restraining another's influence over you, or to keep away those who would cause harm to themselves and others as we work a little binding magic together. So the card is like talking to me, the tea tree. Wow, this is really cool. Promises are kept as you unite with another for optimum magical results. So that's tea tree. All right, so I get it now. So binding energy, that sort of stuff, restrictions are holding me back from making a commitment, although a decision should not be made lightly. Good to know. So this is January. So let's jump into February to move this along. So here I got this card here, Cumin, Faithfulness. Look at that. Oh, so pretty, so pretty, so pretty. Hopefully you guys, let me move the camera up a little bit so you can see a little more. Hopefully you can catch all that. But anyway, cumin, let me go look at that meaning real quick. So a seed of doubt has entered your mind. This is February. And you've been questioning someone's loyalty. Ooh. As you look for signs of unfaithfulness, okay, now you too are reminded of a pledge you've made. Promises of fidelity and secret pacts rise to the surface, and your attention is drawn to a long-standing relationship. Fears of infidelity have risen, and violation of a contract causes emotional upheaval. Do not despair, for I am loyal. Cumin, that is. My power guards against theft of any kind, including of your heart. Sprinkle me on any dish for an earthy flavor that will keep you grounded as I protect you from deceit. Put my seeds in bread and feed me to a lover to keep love faithful and ensure that obligations are fulfilled. So I guess I need to be putting a lot of cumin in my food in February. That's all I'm getting from this message. Oh, this is fun. All right, so let me move on. So this is Mandrake. This is for March, impassive. My birthday is March 30th. So this is Mandrake. So let's see what they got to say about Mandrake. What does this represent? I'm having a little too much fun with this, guys. All right, so your expression says it all. Not much impresses you these days, does it? Your light has dimmed. However, all is not lost, for a new magic surrounds you when I appear. No other plant has been more associated with or respected by witches through the ages as I. A magical alliance was made between witches and the spirit of Mandragora for my root to be used as a vessel for familiars to feed from. In return, I am fed with milk or wine under a full or dark moon. Be sure not to feed on me yourself, though, for I will cause delirium or even madness if ingested, much like my poisonous cousin, Belladonna. Instead, use my powdered root wisely as a magical catalyst to empower amulets, spells, fertility rituals, or to induce visions and free your spirit for desired freedom of magical expression is waiting to be unearthed. Okay, so that's March. Now, where am I going with that? No one knows. Parsley. This is April. Death. I never really associated that with that, but I'm liking this. This is interesting. I wanted to try something different. So parsley. So parsley guidance, the change you've been resisting won't go away. The end is nigh, and there's nothing you can do to prevent it. Wear me as a garland around your neck when feasting to ward off intoxication. But if you find you're in need of parsley, it could indicate terminal illness, and you may well lose your appetite. Instead of fearing me when I garnish your plate, you are reminded of your own precious mortality. As I protect your food from contamination, take a leaf out of my book and remain grounded, for I am uprooted. I bring bad luck to your household. Hold a sprig for effortless communion with those who have passed over, but never mention the names of the living when you hold me in your hands. A death to the old welcomes in magical opportunities as you finally let go. My presence is an auspicious omen at this time. That is April. This is getting deep. Next card is going to be Cinnamon, Reignite. All right, so this is now May. So Cinnamon. I had a little hit you kind of hard, some of these messages, right? Cinnamon. So let me hold this up. So cinnamon is your spirit has been dampened and your light has dimmed. What once brought you joy has waned as you face the challenges and responsibilities life has dealt you. You're less than interested in what was once aroused you, and your motivation has been diluted as a veil of cynicism cloaks your connection. Oh, I hope not. No. Okay, let me move on. You're less than interested in what once aroused you. It's time to see through new eyes with wonder and awe to discover a world you've long forgotten. My high vibration will assist in increasing your frequency to reach a higher state of spirituality. I like this message. Okay, moving on. So this would be June. Bay leaves, abundance. Okay. A lot of food for thought, pardon the pun with these cards. So, yeah. Oh, bay leaves. Why? Again, I'm looking for abundance. Get it together, lady. So, this one, it says, you've been going without unnecessarily for far too long now. Your cries for prosperity have been heard. So please don't give up on all that you have worked. All you need to do is accept that an abundance of prosperity is your birthright and work a little magic. My properties will assist you against misfortune, and a dried leaf with your desires written on it will bring your wishes into fruition if burnt. Okay. And then count blessings and serendipitous moments you receive, for they are signs of a new and lucrative phase. Well, I like that. I'm going to come back over for a second. If you watch my previous video, I pulled a death card, and I said death has a lot to do with change and things like that. So I'm just, because I chose to do one where I focus on the months, I'm going to be very close to paying a lot of attention to what the heck is happening in April. But anyway. Okay, moving on to hemp, which is expansion. So hemp is, you've been courting controversy, although what you're standing for is right. If only others could see the point you're making. Thinking outside of the box or looking at the bigger picture is the only way forward, although looking at a situation from another viewpoint will help you understand their approach and attitude of others at this time. So it goes on and it says, although my THC levels will not affect you like my cousin cannabis, my family holds the secrets of the universe to expand your consciousness. Digging that one. Moving on to the next month, which is elderflower, warding. Let's take a look at that one. So we got January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So elderflower is August. Okay, warding. So steeped in mystery and superstition, my ancient history is shared amongst the British hedgerows. Protected by the elder mother who resides in the trunk of my tree, I will ward off evil spirits and protect your home from misfortunes if I'm planted near the threshold. Then it goes on and it just says, the nature, as you sleep deeply beneath the canopy of my white, lacy, fragrant flowers, you are invited into a parallel existence, into the mystical dimension of the fairies, who are fundamental to your spell work at this time. The nature spirits will ward off any negative beliefs that are blocking you as you harness your natural magical abilities. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so next one is chili pepper ferocity. Okay, chili pepper. So this would be September that I'm reading for now. So, chili pepper. And this says, tap into the untamed primal behavior you have been suppressing. Your savage side screams for you to be raw and unrestrained and to acknowledge your most vehement instincts. And then it ends with fights, arguments, and violence. Challenge your emotions, and ferocious behavior could leave you red with anger. Feel the intensity of my heat as I spread picante warmth over every aspect of your life. Feel the burn, baby. Oh, yeah. I'm having a little too much fun. Basil. Okay, so now this would be October. Reconciliation. So you could see. This one is you've been rather solitary lately, and a little company would lift your spirits right now. An old friend has been waiting to hear from you, and you too would benefit from another's inspiration and like-mindedness. Well, that can happen now. Anyway, a family reunion, a celebration, or a gathering is imminent and marks a period of new understanding and peace. Then finally, use me in your spell work for peacemaking and restoration of harmony as you reconcile with the witch within. Sounds like a time for some shadow work. So going into November, this will be catnip bond. Let me just get to that page real quick. All right, so catnip. The bond you share with another is special. And your unity is strong. It is a relationship that you can trust in, for the pledge you have made will not be broken. All right, if you're looking to secure a relationship, then allow me to draw it to you. Then it goes on and it says feline magic surrounds you when this card appears and indicates that you have a psychic bond with your familiar. As you communicate silently through the heart center and understanding flows between you, birthing a magical partnership. I don't have a familiar. Maybe that's changing. So lastly, turmeric. So this diversity, and this would be for December. All right. So I have here, I'm here to make a difference in your pantry, for a little diversity is needed to shake things up. Old routines have become stale and your magic is a little worn. It's time to add variation to the mundane and take a leaf out of my book. Then it further goes into my magical power can be utilized to remove black magic. Curses will lift when you use my black powder, which is not for consumption. Opportunities for change arise as I remind you that variety really is the spice of life. So the last one, which represents the guidance for the next 12 months, is black pepper banishment. So let's read about that one. So banishment. So this one is saying disruptive energies are causing you to make mistakes, and you may find that nothing is going as smoothly as usual. Outside influences seem to have a hold over you, preventing you from moving forward. When your world becomes negatively affected by someone or something else, it is time for a little banishment magic. Call on my strength to assist, for I am so powerful that I even have the ability to banish air from your nostrils in the form of a sneeze. In performing any kind of banishment ritual, I shall flush out all forms of lower emotions that have been directed your way, such as jealousy, anger, and resentment. Burn me in your home or carry me in your pocket as a charm to ward off ill intention, and you shall be free to work your magic with harm to none, so mote it be. Boom. Okay, again, with readings, nothing is written in stone. There's always an opportunity for growth, for change, for recourse, changing directions, because other things happen. When you combine your energies, your magic with other people, that can alter the direction, and it's not a good or bad thing, it just changes things. Good things can come along path two, but if you had taken path one, good things would have came that way also. At least that's how I see it. So all this is just, for me, just a little bit more, well, a little fun, but a little bit more guidance on messages and things like that to look forward to at the beginning of the month, energies and so forth. So I welcome the energy, I welcome the message, and I'm going to close this out with just saying thanks again for watching. I'm Mika, this is Leap Taken. Please like, subscribe, share. If you've already subscribed, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. And again, thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.